Hi, welcome to Total Training for Adobe Acrobat 10 Pro Essentials. My name is Jim Mayvald, and I'm an Adobe Certified Expert and instructor in several Adobe products, including Acrobat. I've been using Acrobat since the release of version 1 in the early 90s, and I've been teaching courses and conducting seminars around the country in Acrobat for the last 5 years. I can tell you without a doubt that this is the best version of Acrobat ever. In the course of this training, we'll explore many of the essential features and capabilities of this remarkable application. You'll learn how to create and optimize PDF documents from a variety of applications, and learn how to access the more advanced functionality of the program to add security, build interactive forms, and even create full-screen presentations. Acrobat has gone through a major redesign for version 10, and many experienced users may be surprised by the changes to the program. But I'm sure that once you've seen how Adobe has simplified and improved the tools and interface, you'll be as impressed as I am. In this first chapter, we'll explore the new and improved Acrobat interface. So let's get started. Let's start by taking a quick tour of the Acrobat 10 interface. You can start Acrobat by double-clicking on the icon on your desktop. Or if you don't see an icon, you can select the Acrobat shortcut from your Start menu or from the Applications folder on a Macintosh. Whenever you launch Acrobat 10, you'll be greeted by the welcome screen. Here you can access a list of recent PDF files, or simply begin creating new PDF documents, portfolios, forms, or begin sharing existing files with friends and colleagues. If you don't see this option, you're probably on a Macintosh, and you won't be able to see the toolbars at the top of the document window or access the Send Now capabilities until you have a document open. If you are an experienced user of Acrobat, the first time you fire up Acrobat 10, you will see a whole new streamlined interface. Many of your favorite tools have been moved or redesigned. But whether you are an experienced or new user of Acrobat, all in all, you'll find the redesigned interface efficient and easy to use, although it may take you a little time to adjust to it. To get a full appreciation of the new interface, you first need to create a PDF file or open an existing one. For this exercise, let's open interfacetour.pdf in the Chapter 1 folder. Select the File menu and click Open. Now navigate to the folder where you copied the exercise files. On my computer, I copied the files to the desktop. Double-click on the projects file to open it, and then enter Chapter 1. To open Interface Tour, you can double-click on the icon, or select it and click Open. Here you see the default workspace, pared down by Adobe to a few essential tools and panels. Most prominent is the Create button, which contains the various methods for creating PDF documents. We'll explore these options fully in Chapter 2. Next to the Create button, you may recognize the default icons for opening, saving, printing, and sharing PDF documents. But then we come to a new button, one that may become your absolute favorite: Customize Quick Tools. By clicking this icon, you can customize your Acrobat interface to show the specific set of quick tools that you use most frequently. You no longer have to waste half the screen on tools that you never use. We'll take a look at this tool in more depth later in this chapter. Not all the familiar tools have been hidden away. You may recognize the redesigned icons for sticky notes and text highlighting, as well as the tools for deleting, rotating, and inserting pages. Similarly, you will see icons for moving back and forth through multi-page documents. Click the down arrow to move through the document, the up arrow to move back to the beginning, the Text Select tool to select text, the grabber hand to scroll pages, and the zoom tools to zoom out, zoom in, or to select your favorite zoom factor, as well as icons to fit the width of the document or the entire page. We'll explore all these tools later in this chapter. Along the left edge of the screen appear other familiar tools such as page thumbnails, which make it easy to navigate through your document. bookmarks, attachments, and signatures. These tools and panels appear and work much as they did in previous versions of Acrobat. But the big changes are over here on the right side of the screen, where the old hodgepodge of tools and icons have been carefully grouped in sets of new panels, where the tools will be easy to identify for the experienced users and easier to discover for the new users. As you can see, the tools have been grouped under three main categories. You can click on the name to reveal the panel: Tools, Comment, and Share. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tour of the new Acrobat 10 interface. Feel free to view each movie in turn or jump right to the chapter and topic that most interests you. Either way, you'll be learning how to get the most out of the new version of this powerful program. Much of the power of Acrobat is hidden away in its menus and pane structure. To make these features easier to access and to use, Acrobat has always offered quick along the edges of the document window in toolbars, such as the ones you see here for opening and saving the document. On a Macintosh, you won't be able to see these until you have a file open. Over time, these tool icons multiplied until the interface was overrun with them. In Acrobat 10, things have changed. The new interface has been purged of most of the old default icons in favor of a cleaner appearance. The tools are still available, but Adobe is allowing you to decide what icons are shown or hidden. Before we can work with the toolbars or icons, you'll need to create a new PDF document or open an existing one. Let's use the file toolbars.pdf from the Chapter 1 folder. Select Open from the File menu. Navigate to the Chapter 1 folder and select Toolbars and click Open. There are two main ways to show icons. The most popular tools are available by right-clicking like this on any visible toolbar. Navigate through the menus to the tool you desire and click on it to show it on the screen. Any icon activated this way can also be hidden in a similar manner. To hide the icon, right-click on the toolbar, navigate to the menu containing the tool, and click on the name of the tool. Note the check mark next to the tool's name. This indicates that the icon is currently being displayed. Click on it to hide it. Sometimes the names of the icons may not be obvious by their appearance. To discover an icon's name or function, move your mouse over it and wait for a second. A tooltip will appear identifying the icon. For certain toolbars, the entire toolbar can be shown with a single click. Just right-click on the toolbar as before, but this time select the specific option for showing the entire toolbar like this. To display all of the Select and Zoom tools, choose Show All Select and Zoom Tools from the context menu. When an entire toolbar is displayed, you can still turn off individual tools by right-clicking on the toolbar and selecting the icon you wish to hide. For example, let's say we want to hide the Loop tool. Right-click on the toolbar, open the Select and Zoom submenu, and choose the Loop icon. Eventually, you may want to hide the non-essential tools and return your interface to the default menu structure. Acrobat provides two ways to reset the interface. You can reset individual toolbars to their specific defaults. For example, you can reset the Select and Zoom menu to its original appearance by right-clicking the toolbar and choosing Reset Select and Zoom Tools from the pop-up menu. Or you can reset all the toolbars by right-clicking on the toolbar and choosing Reset Toolbars from the context menu. Be careful when you choose this option, because it restores the entire interface to the default settings and removes any icons you added yourself regardless of the method. But if you're not a right-clicking kind of person, don't worry. All these same commands are available from the View menu. Just select View, Show and Hide, Toolbar Items. On occasion, you may wish to hide the entire toolbar interface itself. This can be done by right-clicking on the toolbar and selecting the command Hide Toolbars, or by selecting the same option from the View menu. Select View, Show and Hide, Toolbar Items, Hide Toolbars, or by pressing the F8 key. To restore the toolbars, you can't use the right-clicking procedure because there's nothing to click on. But you can visit the View menu again and click Show Toolbars, or simply press F8 once more. The Quick Tools and Toolbar interface put all the power of Acrobat only a click away. Take the time to learn about these wonderful tools and use them every chance you can to complete your tasks faster and easier. We learned earlier that you can add and remove certain quick tools to the Acrobat interface by simply right-clicking on a toolbar and selecting the tool from the context menu. But the tools available this way are only the most popular ones, and they're just a small subset of the over 100 quick tools provided by Acrobat. To build your own personalized interface, you can start with any open PDF file, or open the file Customize from the Chapter 1 folder. To access all the tools available in Acrobat, click the Customize Quick Tools icon. When you click the icon, a dialog box appears that allows you to add, remove, and organize the quick tools on the screen. To add a quick tool icon, select the tool from the menu in the dialog box and click the right-facing arrow to add it to the toolbar. You can also add tools by selecting the icon and double-clicking on it. You may add quick tools in any order or combination you like. You can even add an entire group at once. Just select the group name and click the right-facing arrow. If you inadvertently insert a tool in the wrong spot, you can easily move it to a more appropriate position by selecting it and clicking the up or down arrows here. The dialog even provides a method to group the icons together by using this separator graphic. Just select the icon where you want to insert it and click this button. To remove any quick tools that are already displayed, just reverse the process. Select the icon on the right side of the screen and click the left-facing arrow. To remove more than one icon at once, select the first icon and then hold the Shift key before clicking the last. And then click the left-facing arrow to remove these icons. To finalize your design, click the OK button. The toolbars will remain like this until you decide to redesign them or reset them at a later date. To redesign them, click the Custom Quick Tools icon again. To reset the toolbars to their original appearance, simply right-click on the toolbar and select Reset Toolbars from the context menu. It's never been easier to customize the interface than in Acrobat 10. Besides the quick tools available at the top of the document window, Acrobat provides most of its remaining features and commands by way of vertical panes on the left and right sides of the screen. These features can be accessed from any open PDF file. If you don't have a PDF file open navigation.pdf from the Chapter 1 folder. The area on the left side is called the navigation pane. It offers various control windows or panes to assist you to complete specific tasks in the program. For example, Page Thumbnails offers an interface that provides a visual method for navigating through your document. The Attachments pane notifies you whether there are any files attached to the document and enables you to open, save, or delete them. There are 12 navigation panes in all. These 4 are always displayed by default. To display additional panes, right-click on the navigation pane toolbar and select the icon of the desired feature, say Destinations. To close the pane, click on the icon again or click the collapse arrow. The new icon will remain in the Panes toolbar until you reset it. To reset the Panes toolbar, right-click on the toolbar and choose Reset Panes. By far, the most important part of the interface lies on the right side of the screen, which I like to call the command panes. In previous versions of Acrobat, these commands were scattered and buried in the menu bar in several different menus. Now they've been pulled out of the menu bar and given a place of honor right here in the open. The Tools pane contains all the commands for modifying the document, creating forms, adding security, conducting OCR, and creating actions. To access any of these commands, simply click on the name of the pane, scroll down to the desired command group, and click the group name to open it. Most of the commands require you to interact with other dialog boxes and interfaces to complete the command, such as rotate pages. We'll explore many of these commands in detail later in the training. To close a command group, simply click on the group name again. The comment pane contains all the commands for adding annotations, comments, drawing markup, and managing the review process. The share pane enables you to share PDF documents with other people both online or via email. To close an open pane, simply click on the name of the open pane. I hope you can see how much work has gone into the redesign of the Acrobat 10 interface to make it as efficient and easy to use as possible. It's certainly one of the best versions of Acrobat ever. Adobe Acrobat can be used to create PDF documents from almost any program and in almost any page size or format. But all PDF documents, no matter their size or shape, have at least one thing in common. Whether it's a business card or a billboard, big or small, they all share 4 basic viewing modes. To experience the features discussed in this lesson, you can use any multi-page PDF file. If you don't have a multi-page PDF file open, use viewingpages.pdf in the Chapter 1 folder. When a document first opens, Acrobat will display the file using one of these 4 modes based on the settings within the file itself or based on the preference settings within Acrobat. If the settings in the file and the preferences conflict, the settings within the file will win. When a document is open, you can access the viewing modes from the View menu under Page Display. Choose Single Page View if you want to display the page of your document one at a time. This mode is especially valuable for photos, artwork, and graphic designs. In this mode, you don't see the content from any other page. It's especially nice if the pages are not the same size or the content isn't meant to be viewed at the same time. There aren't any distractions. This mode isn't so good for long documents where you need to scroll page by page to read the text. That's because the display has an annoying habit of skipping to the next page if you scroll too close to the bottom of the screen, like this. For this type of work, I like to use the mode Enable Scrolling. In this mode, Acrobat still focuses on one page at a time, but allows you to scroll from page to page instead of jumping all at once. Use this mode for long word processing documents, manuals, and other reading materials. Today, many documents are still being designed and produced for the printing press. This includes but is not limited to magazines, books, and brochures like this one. These publications were designed to be viewed in spreads, 2 pages side by side. Since Acrobat was originally developed for the graphic arts industry, this is still a key aspect of the program. To view spreads singly, choose 2-page view from the Page Display menu. As with single-page view, 2-page view allows you to concentrate on 2 pages on the screen as one entity, as they would be in a printed magazine. Since the pages do not share the screen with any other content, it keeps you from being distracted by the previous or next spreads. Choose the option 2-page scrolling to display the pages in spreads while still allowing you the freedom to scroll from one to the next. Besides these 4 viewing modes, Acrobat 10 also offers 2 other important display options. To reinforce the concept of 2 separate sheets of paper, you can display a small split or gap between your page spreads. Select Show Gaps Between Pages from the Page Display menu. As you can see, the document looks now as if it's actually separate sheets of paper displayed in spreads. If your document features a cover page that you want to display before the spreads begin, select Page Display. Since I'm using a pre-release version of the software, my option is called Show Cover Page during 2UP. Yours may be named Show Cover Page in 2-Page View. This option is especially important when the document starts on an odd page number, as you can see here. Changing pages or selecting the display mode within a document doesn't affect the default settings for the file or Acrobat's preferences. So that means when you close a document, it doesn't retain the viewing mode present when it closed. In other words, it opens the same way it did the first time. If you want to specify the mode in which the document opens, select Properties from the File menu in any open document. When the Properties dialog appears, select Initial View. Within this panel, you can set the way the document will appear to the user, including what navigation tabs are open, the page display mode, the default magnification, and even down to what page is displayed. Choose the options you want and click OK to finalize your selections. Don't forget to save the file before you close it, otherwise your settings will be lost. You can also specify the default method files will open in your own installation of Acrobat. This method will be used by Acrobat for all documents that do not have a display mode set within its properties. To access Acrobat's preferences, select Preferences from the Edit menu in Windows or the Acrobat menu on a Macintosh. Then choose the Page Display category. Any choices made here are honored only when a document doesn't have more specific settings of its own. Typically, you'll find the page layout and the zoom options set to automatic. Remember to click OK to finalize and effect the changes. Changes made to the preferences remain the default settings until you manually change them at a later date. But setting the page display doesn't have to be a one-shot deal. Feel free to switch viewing modes as the need arises or interests dictate. In fact, you can even add quick tool icons to the toolbar to make switching that much easier. To add quick tool icons, right-click on the toolbar and select Single Page View from the Page Display context menu. Then repeat the steps to add Two-Page View. Now you can switch viewing modes with a single click anytime the urge calls. In addition to the ability to view pages one at a time or in two-page spreads, Acrobat also has the feature that can literally take over the computer screen and devote the entire space to your PDF document. Full screen mode, as it's known, has been a feature in Acrobat for a long time. It's an ideal venue for interactive documents, screen shows, slide presentations, and self-running computer kiosks. To get the most out of this lesson, open presentation.pdf from the Chapter 1 folder. To activate full screen mode, select Full Screen Mode from the View menu. Or press Command-L on the Macintosh or Control-L in Windows. Acrobat then hides its own interface, any other running program, as well as the desktop of your operating system. They all get blacked out in favor of your PDF file. Since all Acrobat menus and icons are hidden when you enter full screen mode, you have to use your keyboard and mouse to navigate through the standard PDF file. To advance down through the file, press the Page Down key, the down or right arrows, the left mouse button, or if you have a scroll wheel, scroll down. In addition to all these options, you can also press the Enter key and the space bar to advance pages. To move up through the document, press the Page Up key, the up or left arrows, the right mouse button, or if you have a scroll wheel, scroll up. Experiment with each method to determine which one will be your favorite, or use them all. Acrobat also provides a navigation bar for full screen mode, but it's typically not displayed by default, as you can see here on this screen. We'll show you how to turn it on later in this training. As you can see, this PDF file is not a normal, paper-based presentation. It's been optimized to fill the entire screen. Before you create a full screen presentation, it's a good idea to research the method and resolution of the final display environment. You may need to experiment with different page sizes before you achieve the correct one. For most screen presentations, you'll find that the standard letter-sized document rarely fits the bill. Full-screen PDF documents can take advantage of Acrobat's full array of presentation features. These features include automated play, animated transitions, audio and video support, interactivity, as well as dynamic data operations. Once you get to the end of the document when you're in full screen mode, you can set the file to loop back to the beginning, or you can exit full screen mode. To exit full screen mode, press Command L or Control L again, or in most cases, you can also press the Escape key. We'll show you how to create a full screen presentation, add transitions, animations, and other customizations later in this training. We'll even show you how to set a document to enter full screen mode automatically when it's opened. Full screen mode can add flair and a bit of excitement to everyday run-of-the-mill PDF files. Can you think of some uses of full screen mode in your own workflow? From time to time when you're using Acrobat, you'll need to access the help system. Luckily, it's only a click away. You don't have to have a PDF document open to access help. Just launch Acrobat and click the Help menu. Then select Adobe Acrobat 10 Pro Help. You can also access the help system by pressing the F1 key. In recent years, Adobe has moved the help system for all its applications online. This provides for a richer experience and more options when you need assistance. Of course, it also means you have to be connected to the internet to access all the resources. If you're not always connected to the internet, I'll show you how to access help offline in a few moments. When you access the help system, Acrobat will launch your default browser and open the Acrobat Help site. You'll immediately see a list of general help topics. Most of the general topics also contain subtopics, which are indicated by the plus icon beside the name in Windows. To display the list of subtopics, just click the icon. To access a topic or subtopic category, just click on the name. The browser will navigate to the appropriate content. Depending on the topic, it may provide a description of the topic, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to accomplish a specific task. At the bottom or the top of the page, you may see additional help topics related to the subject. You can click on any of these links to access these resources, or click on these arrows to access the next or previous topic in the help list. You can also use these breadcrumb trails to return to the main category or to the home page. If you can't find the answer by using these methods, you can always search the help resources by entering your search terms in this field here. The help system can search the entire internet for an answer, which may bring back non-Adobe sites in the results too. If you want to restrict the search to Acrobat 10 reference materials, then make sure this option is checked. When you're ready, press Return or click this icon. A results page will be displayed where you can look for your answer. To get back to the original interface, you can click the back button in the browser right now, or you can switch back to Acrobat and access the Help menu again. I like having access to the broader resources available on the internet, but sometimes I need to access help when I'm offline, especially when I'm traveling, at the airport, or even when I'm on the plane itself. For those times, I like to have a full copy of the help file on my hard drive. To download a full copy of the Acrobat Help file, access the Help interface again. This time, click this link in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. The browser will load a PDF version of the online help file. It may take a few minutes because the file is over 20 megabytes. When the file opens in the browser, you can click this icon to save a copy on your hard drive. Make sure you save the file someplace where you'll be able to find it quickly. I'm going to save this copy on my desktop. Once it's on your hard drive, you can close the browser window, switch back to Acrobat, and open the file like you would any other PDF document. As with the online help system, you can use the topics interface displayed in the bookmarks navigation pane, or you can search the file for a specific answer. Downloading a copy of the help file to your hard drive doesn't prevent you from using the online help system, but it does give you access to help when you can't get on the internet. Acrobat won't access the PDF version of the help file automatically, but you can open it manually whenever you need it. Whether you prefer to get your help online or off, in either case, remember, it's only a click away. Much of the way Acrobat works and responds to your input is defined and controlled by the settings stored in the program's preferences. You can access the preferences from the Acrobat menu on the Macintosh and from the Edit menu in Windows. When the dialog box opens, it presents 34 different categories to choose from, ranging from commenting at the top to update. Some of the categories, like page display, are straightforward and accessible. Others, like color management, you may need outside help from a printer or service bureau to make the correct selections. There are too many categories to explore in a single lesson. Instead, I just wanted to introduce you to the interface and explain a bit about how it works. In upcoming lessons, you'll have to access the preferences to change the way certain program features function. So don't be afraid to explore these categories when you have the time. While all the settings within preferences are persistent, meaning that they continue to function one way until you decide to change them again, none of them will cause any irreparable harm to your PDF files or Acrobat. In fact, because preferences can differ between systems, you have to be aware that some of the specific behaviors you experience when you open and interact with a PDF document can be more of a function of Acrobat's default settings than any properties stored within the file itself. If you notice that several PDF files behave the same way when you work with them, it's probably a preference. While most of the options can be left at their default settings for the time being, there are a few settings you may want to change right away. Click on Commenting. Acrobat uses your login name as the default name whenever you add comments or other markup. For many users, their login name may be a nickname or a name that's created by the IT department that may combine their name with their employee number. If you don't want this name to be used for your comments and markup, go ahead and uncheck this now. Then proceed to the Identity category. Here you should add the name that you do want to use. Add your title, your organization name, your organizational unit, and your email address. Another setting you may want to fill in right away is under Online Services. Here you can enter your Adobe ID so you can access the various services under Acrobat.com and to be able to share your documents right away. When you're done, the only thing you have to remember is to click OK after you make the change, or the change won't be made by Acrobat at all.